Hey y'all. So I decided to go live and talk about some things because that's what I do. I don't even know if best is the right word, but I like to talk to y'all about the other side of entrepreneurship because I know y'all see the content, the promotion, the pretty things, oh gosh, it looks like everything's just going so well for her. It doesn't even have to be me specific, but entrepreneurs. Like, entrepreneurship looks good when you're doing it right. It looks so enticing. It does. It does. That's kind of what drew me to it. However, I also just feel like it's a personality trait. It's not for everyone. But I also wanted to just talk about, like, the other side of the promotion, right? Because first and foremost, the first trait of an entrepreneur is if they're willing to work for free. Obviously, the goal of entrepreneurship is to make a lot of money. Let's be real. I mean, really, the on the foundational level, it's more about providing a service, filling a hole in society, filling a gap in society of some sort. Providing a need, filling a need at the foundational level. But when we talk about, like, truly being engaged in entrepreneurship, it's constantly a goal of how do we get more money? How do we get more money to continue the operations? How do we get more money to continue to stay entrepreneurs? Because it is a luxury to be an entrepreneur, especially for as long as I've been doing it. And I see people fail at entrepreneurship every day. Two things that you need to be mindful of if you're thinking about going into entrepreneurship is one, are you willing to work for free? Because there's going to be plenty of times where you're going to be constantly moving and constantly working, and your accounts say otherwise. And two, where's your mindset? How do you work on your mindset when the accounts aren't reflecting how hard you're working? Where's your mindset when things aren't going the way you want them to? Or where's your mindset when you do end up forced back into a 9-to-5 job? And you don't really have any options in order to keep your personal life floating. What do you do? What do you do? And that's going to be foundationally the most important part of if you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur or not. Because there's going to be many times that you're going to get closed doors, you're going to get no's, you're not going to get support from your peers. You're going to have to put yourself out there in many different ways. You're going to have to do things that are against your grain. You're going to have to do things that aren't comfortable. And when you're 13 years in, like I am, I'm reaching the point where I'm plateauing, right? And the biggest part of what I do every day is my mindset. Because if I want to get to that next level, I have to do the things that make me uncomfortable. I have to do the things that I'm bad at. That was the best advice that was given to me a couple of days ago. Like, we focus so much on the things that we're good at, but we ignore the things that we're bad at. And so I'm at the point in my entrepreneurship career where I have to now focus on the things that I'm bad at, which I hate. I don't want to. But it's also sharpening my mindset. It's also challenging how serious I am about the journey I've had for the last 13 years. Because at this point, I can't go get a new job. I can't go get a job. I don't even have a job history. I'm probably overqualified or whatever these jobs say all the time about all the different things, like why they wouldn't hire somebody. I'm that. I don't know. I could never have a job. I've put myself in a position to where I could not go get a job. So all I'm here to say is that make sure that you're ready to commit to entrepreneurship because it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, it's a mindset, and it's something that you're going to constantly have to work for, constantly have to work at. And there's going to be many, many, many days where you feel like an absolute failure as a mom, as a wife, as a just anything, really. So, just make sure that when you go into entrepreneurship, you know that there's going to be more hard days than there is good days. But those hard days, those bad days, they will build up into something beautiful. There is always somebody watching. And it only takes that one person to be watching to change your life. So just had to say those things, I guess, because I'm frustrated. I'm a frustrated entrepreneur today. Not because things aren't working out or going well, because they're going great. They're going great. But even though they're going great, they're just still not where I need them to be. You know what I mean? And so that's the frustration of being an entrepreneur. Even though things can go great, it's still just not cutting it for whatever reason. And there's still so much work to do. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, and of course I chose to have 3 different businesses plus many other ventures that I'm working towards. It's just, you can chip away 10 things at your list, and then because you chipped away 10 things, there's 30 other things that get added. So anyway, I'm going to go get my kid now and find something else to talk about. But I just wanted to share that. Talk to you soon.